let's be honest. Sex sells. With
We
Cardi,
all know
yes,
that.
with Megan,
But
Cardi,
that's
sex
the problem.
sells.
Point.
Yes, it
That's
is a
my
problem
point.
when it's on national TV and they dry humping
Man,
each other. But
look.
there are some men that find that very entertaining. There are men that
Men,
enjoy.
Man,
Look,
Right.
y'all know how I
but
come.
I don't think it
We're
should be
talking
on TV.
about culture here. We don't give a
Right.
damn about what sells, who watching it, who don't give a damn
But
about
we
the
talking
culture.
about an
We're
industry
talking
that's
about
dominated by
culture.
men.
But when we're talking about culture, then you want to talk about
it's
getting
not.
rid of Pepe Le Pew and not letting people see shit like this. But then
They need to bring, in all honesty, they need to bring Looney Tunes back in full fucking force.
really do.
Is it
Really,
even
because I
Saturday
miss that
cartoons?
shit.
Is it
I miss
Saturday
Pinky and the
cartoons
Brain
anymore?
and shit
I
like
don't even
that.
think it. I ain't
I don't
seen
think
them.
so.
Hey, Leland said he liked it. Some men like it.
Of course, Leland
Sex
liked it.
sells.
goddamn.
Hey, all men liked it.
Of
All
course.
men liked it, but I don't think it should be on TV for
Man,
kids
right.
to see.
Yeah, I think
think it's
on
on
that.
Something you should
Yeah.
rent at Blockbuster or something.
Make sure
You know
y'all
what I'm
like and
saying? Some shit
share.
like that. Rent off demand.
That's
That
true.
shit
That
should-
shit should be on demand.
That's
goddamn
true.
it.
There is-
It should
there,
be rated R. It should
There is
say,
an
oh, y'all like
audience
to do
for it,
movies.
but maybe not on national television. I agree.
Yeah.
Make sure y'all like and
Thank
share,
you.
by the way. Shout out to Yolanda. Yo, we miss you. Shout out to Yo, she in the building. Go ahead and read some comments, Maxwell.
Yep.
Yeah, read 'em all.
Janice says nobody canceled Dr. Seuss either. His own company decided to pull 6 of his books. Nobody complained. His company decided on their own.
That's why Missy dope. She
Oh,
be
yeah.
doing some
But
shit.
Janice
they're
also-
folding to the cancer culture. That's all
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
cancel culture is starting to affect everybody. Go ahead.
Even Pepsi. But,
Yes.
yeah.
Janice also said vulgar music and movies have always been around. People need to raise their kids and stop expecting entertainment to do it.
They ain't always been around on
Lisa-
channel
This is
I kind of
really
agree with
outrageous.
Janice.
3, 5, and 7.
No,
you
time,
know
I
what I'm
want
saying?
to say.
outrageous.
I want to say what really
On
happened
the
when he's
Grammys,
using this.
you don't see
And the
vocals
Grammys,
on the
bro.
Grammys.
You
wanna-
hear me?
I
In
wanna
a way, I agree with her.
We used to have to buy cable to get this type of shit.
Because,
You know,
look,
then it went to we
there-
had to get it on demand. Now it's on the Grammys. Come
There
on,
have
man.
always
I don't wanna hear
been
that
rated R
bullshit.
movies and uncut,
They
know,
should've
stuff.
made the Grammys rated R. It should have said
Period. You
like
might as well.
when the movie come on,
That
it
shit
say
should be
rated
on,
mean,
R.
that shit should be on
yeah,
HBO
but-
now. You know what I mean?
Grammys, this year's Grammys
But-
is rated R.
Right.
You can't,
Right.
but parents control what their kids watch on TV.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean,
Still
I-
audience
Until you go
for
to
it.
work, until you,
I'm not
So
saying
my
it's
mama-
right because I was shocked
Listen.
because I caught the ass end of the performance and I just seen Meg drop her ass on Cardi and I was like, what's
Well,
going
listen,
on?
Wow, what's
but,
going
but
on, right?
Yeah.
I want to say what Marcus just said. He said only until you go to work, because everybody knows my mama had that,
Right.
that porn stash in that closet. And I'll never forget it. I'm gonna tell a traumatized story. Sorry, mom, but I gotta tell a traumatized story. So I was going through my mom's porn stash, and a picture fell down. Boom. And it was my mom. I ain't been right. I ain't been
Oh
right.
my gosh.
I ain't been right since, bro. Like,
Come on, brother. You
Man.
always tell a traumatized
oh,
story.
shout out to my mom. Today's my mom's birthday.
Oh, happy
Shout out to
birthday.
Janice,
Happy
mama. I
birthday.
love you. I love you to death. My mom is 61 years old today.
Oh,
I've
that's
been
what's
calling
up.
you all day, but I see you comment on everybody's fucking thank you to everybody.
Salute to the guys.
Call me, goddammit.
That's what's up.
So, y'all ready for the next topic?
Yeah.
All right, but
Yeah.
before we do that, when y'all like and share, make sure y'all subscribe to our Facebook and make sure that y'all invite y'all friends. And this is actually how you do it. You go to community. I actually got to pull it up right there. You go to community, you click on it, it says invite friends. Make sure y'all invite y'all friends to, listen, y'all know what we doing over here. We just need a little support. And I feel like y'all really fuck with us. If y'all really rock with us, let's make it happen. All right, so next topic. Let's talk about this. We're going to talk about the young black lady that was, I would have said murdered, but we can't say that. She was killed in a shootout with a police officer. Her name was Nikita Holbert. Okay, and I don't know the police officer name, but we,
They didn't put his name on there.
Is that the cop?
that's the cop. He was. You seen him up? He was fat as
That's
hell.
him.
He was a little slimmer.
Nika
Oh.
Holbert.
I thought he was a little
Nico.
slimmer on the video.
What I call her?
Nikita.
Nikita. All right, so yeah, we're gonna talk about
Woman
this.
dead. Roll over her grave because you
Yeah,
her name down.
I apologize, man. I apologize.
Nika Holbert.
So anyway, this young lady was actually in a shootout damn near with the police officer. So my question is, when I watched the video is, and you can look on our page, the video is actually on our page. If you go click on the YouTube link, it'll show you the actual video. My concern is, how do you go from going to the store, smoking a cigarette,
What up,
minding your
Don?
business, ready to die? Like, I never understood the mentality of somebody like that.
Man, when you look at the specifics of the video, she was high as a kite, man. She had been probably snorting. She had cocaine in her purse. She had the gun in the car.
And she didn't want to go to jail.
And she wasn't going.
But damn,
going down, man.
Listen, Take me to jail. Throw away the key. I'm not. Listen, I love life way too much to go out, just going to the grocery store because I got a DUI. Fuck
When
that.
you
Take me to
influence,
jail.
though, you ain't thinking like that. You
Exactly.
Like, I'm trying to
Pull out
She
the
was high,
burner.
that's what I'm
Pull out the
saying.
Yeah.
burner and shoot
You
the
see
cop.
it? Man, look, bro, just look at everything.
If
she
you
did.
ain't never
Look.
done cocaine, then
Look
you
at-
don't know
yeah,
the
exactly.
mindset
Him.
that a
Look,
person off of
check it out,
cocaine is
man.
gonna have.
Look, check this out. He said when they pulled her over, she got right out the car. That's already
A red
no-no.
flag.
That's already a no-no, bro.
Fact, you don't
I was
do
already
that.
like, what the fuck she think she doing? Then he told her,
Yeah.
don't go in the car for the lighter. I'll get the lighter. She go in the car, get the goddamn lighter anyway.
She was-
Look, she's
she was
sparking up the
asking for it.
cigarette. Hey, she's nervous. She didn't call mom. She was trying to call somebody else. Look, get down here, whoop-de-whoop. So, to me, the cop was already being very lenient because if you looking at all the things that she was doing, you already like, look, back up. I need you right now.
Yeah,
This motherfucker
ASAP.
acts suspicious.
Somebody said that pen tapping is extremely loud. And
Oh, okay, so that means
Ah.
my bad.
yeah. Well, we working on our mic issues, but yeah. So I
My
guess
bad, my
yeah,
bad,
you good.
people.
Barry Moss, he says he tried his best to subdue her, and the car was hot as fish grease.
Right.
Shaft Johnson,
Read LV's comment.
Shaft,
He
John
said,
Shaft says cocaine is a hell of a
A hell
drug.
of a drug.
LV said we
Fact.
can't defend this woman. She's a criminal, and we are. Listen, we already know what do you want us to do? What do you want me to do? Hey, listen,
Right.
we already know what you feel, LV.
Jay Dahmer said she tried to play it cool until the dope. It was over after
Yeah, once
that.
he pulled out that baggie.
Yeah, that's it. Once
What
you
I
went there-
what I will honestly give the cop credit for in this situation, in most situations when law enforcement pull up, they are going to escalate the situation instead of de-escalating it.
Law enforcement, or you said say that again?
I give the officer credit because he did not immediately like escalate the situation when he
He was
pulled
calm.
up. He was
Okay.
calm.
Okay.
Till his ass
So
got
he,
shot.
so he kind of gave her a chance. He gave her a lot of chances. It's
Now.
unfortunate, how it ended.
Now,
But,
what I will say is this here. After you see some shit like this, you automatically think, I wonder why these cops be on some aggressive ass shit. 'Cause
Right.
you don't want to end
Yeah.
up on the other end of that.
Well, you
Yeah.
gotta keep in mind that's
Right,
all.
right.
That video is going to be in every cop training video.
Of
from here
course.
on
It
out.
definitely is.
So
Of
that-
course.
that's
Yeah.
what put them in
Look,
paranoia.
we asked for him to treat us decent. He
Yeah.
treat the motherfucker
Yeah.
decent.
Yeah.
What happened?
She
in
was
no
bogus.
time.
Hey,
Definitely
LV
both.
said
Right.
she could
Yeah.
outran that motother. He
He probably could
he was
run
about
that
350.
big boy.
They both was about 350.
Yeah, look.
I ain't laughing.
She had a nice little gut on her too.
Hey, make sure y'all like and share. Make sure y'all like and share.
shit.
And we actually talking about what's her name again?
Yeah, Barry
Nikita?
said she could have got smoked as soon as she got out the car. That's definitely
Right.
true.
That's what I'm
That's how
saying.
it
From
normally
Jump
happens.
Street.
Yeah.
That's what
You
I
don't
understand.
get
Jeff
on the
saying she
Yeah.
played it cool, but she really didn't. You don't. A motherfucking cop don't pull you over and you jump right out the goddamn car. They already
Not
throwing
me.
down.
I'm not jumping my back
Man.
ass.
You get-
Yolanda Reynolds says, I watched the video. She was wrong as F. Shame that she died, but damn, she busted on the cop for no reason. Yeah.
Well, he was
can't-
tasting.
No way
I was
around it.
tasing the shit out of her
He was
ass.
fucking
She
her
was
up.
taking it though.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
another thing that I want to say to people
Yeah.
don't know.
Definitely
Just telling her
taking
when we came in. It's really a fact that people don't know with the police department that black people can take that taser better than any other race. And I've seen videos on it. You can look it up to where
It seem like
once they
just
on
pull it-
drugs,
Yeah.
it's like some
Right.
Incredible Hulk shit
Right.
go down.
That
you know
power
what I mean?
him up.
Look, I promise. So he tased that motherfucker about 10 seconds. She
He
was
got big
she was
shit.
reaching for that motherfucker. She was reaching for that motherfucker.
I'm not lying. I'm
It
not
ain't,
gonna do
it ain't
that.
super
And
funny,
he still
but it
did.
is,
He
though.
still wasn't even firing on her at that
Man,
point.
He tased her for 10 seconds.
But
She still got off.
Even when she
Janice-
pulled away, he didn't even fire at her no more.
Yeah.
Normally, they
Yeah.
gonna keep firing at
He
you
was
until
hurt.
that car ain't
Yeah.
moving no more.
Man.
What you guys say, Maxwell?
He was hurt.
Janice says the cop that got shot at Westeros didn't even fire back. That's definitely a good segue.
got shot in the head.
3 times.
Ain't no
in the
firing back
face,
after
yeah.
that. It was-
But he didn't even get a chance to go for his gun at all. From what I heard, allegedly, they had him in the security office, and he was able to get to his gun and fire on that officer.
All right, so
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I read too.
And I heard it was over some T-shirts.
Right.
Y'all
Like,
wanna-
who shoplifts with the gun on them, though? We
I don't
got a
know.
whole new level of criminal out here going
Yeah.
Crazy out here.
Maxwell, can you hit
Then he pulled
Yolanda's
off in a
comment?
BMW.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Let me find it. Hold on.
You hear me, though? I'm
Yolanda
thinking the same
says-
thing.
Add up.
Yeah, it's
Yolanda
pretty
Reynolds
crazy.
said, "You gotta understand, propaganda is definitely gonna start producing images of Black Americans busting on cops. But given the history of police brutality, it can be classified as PTSD."
Damn.
Yep.
See, Yolanda, that's why we like you. You be giving us some deep shit, some dropping some
Yes,
gems.
ma'am. Thank you, Yolanda. Brandy says our pain tolerance is high. That's why they BS us at the hospitals.
She must be
She
talking about
works at a
Taylor.
hospital.
Yeah.
She knows. She works at a
Yeah.
hospital. Shout out to Eli.
Frank said, "I was mad when I found out he was Black." Leland Vaughn says he got shot with a pellet gun. What? What is Leland talking about?
I didn't get that. I didn't get that part of the
I
memo.
think he talking about dude. I think it was a
I don't-
22 he shot the dude with.
Oh, is that
Was
what
it?
I thought it was
No.
a 380, but
Because he was still awake and going into surgery
Hey.
after getting shot.
I think we need. I'm ready for this. Topic of the day for me. Topic of the day for me. So a snorkeler actually found, I think it was $1.5 million in cocaine floating around and gave it to the police, turned it in.
Whew.
So the question of the day is for the fans and
You
the
can ask
guests,
them first.
the guests and our the co-host and the guests. We gotta ask this question: would you give the cocaine to the cops? Anything illegal you found that's worth
Now run it down again. How much?
1.5.
1.5 million.
1.5
Floating
million.
in the water.
Floating in the
I was
water.
snorkeling. I just ran up on it.
Yeah.
Hi, BJ. Hey, baby.
he asked me earlier today when I turned it in. Yeah, I'm gonna turn it into some millions. Absolutely. But I tell you what though, I won't re-up afterwards. I'll
Right,
be done.
right. I'm just
I'll be
done.
out the
I'm
game.
just done.
Okay.
I'll be
Because
done.
that's enough to change your life.
Right, I'm done after that.
Man.
That's it.
Shout out
No
to
re-up.
Jesse, homegirl Jesse in the building. Shout out to Jesse. I see you.
That's pretty much like the same with that movie that we was talking about. Some
Brandy said not giving back one single brick.
What movie was it? Cocaine.
Where they got
Yeah. That's
they got
exactly the
trapped.
same thing.
The same
So
thing.
we're discussing right now if it was a snorkeler that found $1.5 million and turned it in off Florida Keys. I'm telling you, this is what we have to change in the culture of that. Stop giving the fucking police what you find. It's their job to find it. So I don't care if you got to keep it in your, like I said, you could have used that as a 401k investment. You know what I'm
See what
saying? It
Barry
would have just
said?
been like stocks and bonds for me because I would have held that shit in the basement until I ran into something.
Barry got a good
Barry
point.
do
Barry
got a good
Mont
point.
says,
I'm reading
hell
that.
no, they not going to believe I found it.
Yeah, they gonna take
That's
your
true.
ass to jail.
Man, I promise. They gonna be looking at you like
Right.
Yeah,
trying to
like-
be
Find
slick.
that nigga.
Hey,
They gonna
Right.
be
why
trying to be
Jesse here? Let me
slick.
tell you, Jess is one of the mean hustlers I know. I know damn sure you ain't giving this back. You ain't got to even tell me, Jess. I know damn sure you ain't giving that back. You gonna hit the streets with that.
Frank said, let me guess the snorkelers was
They
white.
had to be. They had to be white.
You know what's funny?
I don't know not a black
Y'all gotta
soul.
show me. Y'all gotta show me one example of my people that's willing to give that shit back. Cause I don't think it's. I think it's far in
Man,
between.
we ain't
but
turning
listen,
in
we
no
exposed.
damn-
But time out. We're also exposed to this culture, so we know what to do with this shit
Right.
more than anybody else.
Right.
So it's. What you want me to do? Give it to me and see
Man,
what happens.
hey, man.
That's like Marcus said. Give it to me, see what happens.
Man, that's it.
Let's get some comments. See what they saying.
I ain't reading
Brandy
up.
says they not turning it in, no way. I don't think the white folks, well,
Nisi said, "Finders, keepers, losers, leapers."
yeah,
right.
definitely.
Ain't nobody turning that in.
Samantha said, "No, sir." Samantha, I'm sure you know what to do with it. I'm sure you hit the block with it. I know you hit the block with it.
I tell you what, somebody in the cartel mad right now.
Oh, they did, man. That's washing up all the time, though.
I feel like this.
They losing those all the time on the coast. They just not
Yeah.
getting found.
I feel like
You know
this is
what I mean?
a good segue
Right.
for our next topic, Tori. Good segue for our next topic. Unfortunately, a woman. This was a post and it said that some of you women are going to be killed because you're letting thugs and dope men and gang members use your car. So basically, the post was saying that like women be around dope men and don't understand what comes with being around a dope man or even let's say a
Let's
gang
get
member.
into it.
Known gang member.
Yeah,
So,
gang
but they love that shit. They embrace it. And I'm telling you, I don't want that for my daughter. Like, I want her to be with the corniest, not the corniest, that's the wrong word to use. I want her to be with the preppiest, nicest guy she can find. I don't care how lame he is. I just don't want him to be no thug, dog, because the last thing I need is my daughter being shot just being in a car with the wrong motherfucker. And it happens every day. And like they say, it's glorified. Because even when we did a show about glorifying gang members and drug dealers and women wanting that attention. So this is actually a photo of a car that was shot up and the woman was driving it with her child. So
Wow.
yeah.
So what was the outcome? Do you know?
No, I didn't. I didn't look it up, but
Okay.
But this is the actual footage. I mean, the actual
Yeah.
picture.
Somebody
Wow.
got shot. I know that. I don't know if nobody died, but it definitely looked like
I
somebody
will
got
say
shot.
for all the young ladies out there that think that it's cool, you know, to date, you know, somebody in the streets that's in that lifestyle, it's not. It's a lot more that comes with that lifestyle, and a lot of these young women are not prepared for that.
I want to tell. It's funny.
What
you
up,
say,
Cam?
Well
it's funny
played.
you say that. I want to tell a story, and I'm gonna leave names out of it. So I know this girl. She was dating this dude, and she was so happy to date this dude. And she was like a nurse or some shit. And then the dude was like a dope boy, and he just kept all his shit at her house. And true story, actually. And she was just a nurse. She didn't sell drugs. She didn't do drugs. She just dated a dude that did. He got in trouble. He got indicted. They indicted her too. They gave her 8 years in jail. That's the sickest shit in the world. To go to jail for 8 years and I've done nothing wrong but spend this man's money or be happy to be with somebody like that. And like I said, like even in my situation, my wife wouldn't go run and take little Tukey a bag outside if I asked her to. Because it ain't really up to, and I kind of respect her. At the time I didn't. At the time I didn't because I was that.
You
Don't
thought
take
she,
a-
you thought she wasn't down.
Yeah, I
gotta
thought she
be
wasn't.
body.
Nah, but the older I got and the more I realize it comes with this type of energy. Because like I said, at any point in time, somebody could have kicked in my door and robbed me, killed me and my whole family for whatever I had. So I'm telling you, ladies, it's not the move. I don't even feel like it's the move for men at this point in time in my life.
Man,
So
I'm not touching nothing besides that.
besides that
17,
pack, besides this packet,
If I
right here.
come across that, then
Yeah,
hey.
I feel like that's
Other
a
than
blessing.
that- other than that,
Hey,
I'm not
and
searching.
sometimes a blessing is a lesson. You know what I'm saying?
Yolanda says, I don't know why these gangsters gotta use their chick's car to do dirt. You not a true gangster doing that dumb shit. Barry says, that's the very reason old girl got shot by the cop. He pulled the car over because the name on the car was a known
Facts.
drug dealer.
Facts.
6 felony
Yep.
drug.
Yeah.
Facts.
6 felony drug warrants.
Yeah, Brandy
what
says
the
they are
dude
not
had?
prepared and it's
Oh,
not
yeah, they
fun.
bumping that.
Yeah, they were bumping that all day. That's why she was on that.
See, yeah, nowadays they read the plates. They know if you got valid
Yes,
license.
Hey,
Shout out
okay.
to Cam Lawler in the building. Shout out to Cam.
Yes, sir.
You need to
Salute.
bring us some barbecue up here, bro. We trying to
Yeah.
holler at you, get some barbecue
Yes,
up here.
sir.
Shout out to
Yes,
Cam.
sir.
Yolanda says a true OG would never
Frank
run
crazy.
crime in they chick car that got kids. That's some wankster shit. Yolanda is definitely right about that.
Well, you know that's
That's some youngster
the,
shit.
No, that's
Yeah.
the mob mentality is you don't know where my family lives. Like all of the crimes
Right.
and things
You don't
I
know
do.
where I live.
Yeah.
Basically,
Frank
yeah.
too. Frank said that's why you have swerve buckets. Never do shit out of your car. That's a fact.
Okay.
Elijah
understood,
said they go get the
understood.
gun for him. Look, some of these females be
yeah.
all in. And then
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say this. I'm not gonna say like I've seen this situation so many times, so I know so many females and kids that's lucky, very lucky to be alive today, period. And it's not always that the nigga is doing dirt out the car. They just might see him in that car and
Right,
think that it's
that
him.
too.
For him doing dirt from other spots. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Oh yeah, that's his girl car, that's the car he be
So how
in,
do you
and they
prevent
light that
this?
motherfucker up.
So how you prevent the energy though?
You prevent it by, first of all, the female got to be smart. Look, sometimes it's like a lot of this shit we be
You
talking
do.
about always falls on the female making the right decision for herself. You know what I mean?
I like that.
So,
Yeah.
like, she got to be like, you know what, babe, that probably ain't a good idea knowing I got to drive in this
Yeah.
car with my children.
Right.
And you know you hot as fish grease out here. And you know they just shot at you last week on your own shit.
Ooh,
So
I
they
couldn't
should-
imagine living with a motherfucker getting shot at every day and I'm sleeping next to that
Shit,
motherfucker.
that's just the truth.
Oh,
You know?
fuck that.
I'm not gonna put that all on the men, like, but the man still does make that decision. But shit, hell, he already making a crazy
Terrible
decision.
decision,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? So, like I say, that comes down. Like I say, man, if you really want want to just stop it cold, the female has to be like, look, I can't be getting
move like
involved in
this.
your shit like that.
What it is with
You
the
see how
young
many bullholes in
women.
that car?
Yeah.
What it is with some of the young
Unbelievable.
women though, they like the flashy lifestyle. Go throw some. You can throw a box. Go get a box Chevy and throw some rims on it right now.
Mm-hmm.
They like the look of it. They like the lifestyle.
No, not even just that though.
Some of them.
Not even just that.
I mean,
I was
I
just
still like a
so I was
dope boy
watching
car.
so one of my little favorite little YouTube things I watch now right now
Mike.
is the corporate business series, the Chicago Be Like
Yeah.
series. And on one on there, this is what happened. So
Chicago be like, I know what you're talking about.
man, it's funny as hell.
It's funny as
Corporate is funny as hell. But anyway, so he pull up to the shop, about to go. Well, matter of fact, what happened was the police got behind him. He in the Benz, and he like his license ain't right, so he hurry up and turned into this parking lot. You know what I'm saying? And,
The usual.
And the usual, man. He
That
turned
was
off
my
real
favorite
quick.
thing to do.
He looked and say,
Right.
okay, shit, I need to go into this store and grab me some microphones anyway. You know what I mean? So he jump out the car. He see a dude and his girl talking. So he look a little, you know what I'm saying, look at her like, ooh, she kind of thick. You know, she looking good. Or boy look up at him like, nigga, what you looking at? So he like, you know, I don't want them problems. He go in the store, right?
Uh-huh.
He come out the store. He look again. They arguing. So before he can even get in the car, old boy done basically told her, fuck her, whoopty whoop, and he done rolled off and left her there.
Uh-huh.
So now corporate jumps on her. What's up? How you doing? You got problems
Oh,
with
my
your man?
dude,
I'm sorry
corporate
about that.
Chicago.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So then he's so what he do is he be like, shit, you want to go eat or something? We can go do whatever.
Making
Whoop, whoop.
church.
She with it. They go eat, have a good time. Then he like, you can go to the studio with me. I just got these mics. I'm about to record my single. Go to the goddamn studio. Here come the boyfriend running in the goddamn studio with the mask and robbed him. It was a setup.
Oh,
from
yeah, I
from
do.
the
I see
jump.
that. I see
Okay.
that.
street.
Okay.
Wow.
So the whole point is these females be down with it. They ain't just victims. Like they
Yeah.
setting people up. They love when
I
they
agree.
nigga is a shooter.
So it's what comes.
They
It's,
love when
it's
they
what
nigga
comes
the
with the
number
lifestyle.
one. I promise. So they be part of it. They're not victims at all.
Mm.
And
Not
it's some
all of them. That's definitely
not all
true.
of them. I promise. Very
Sometimes
small
they'll
number of them
prey
are
on
victims.
a naive, you know,
And I don't
kind
like
of
those
green or
Man,
square
they
type
out
of
here. That's why you better
female.
watch out.
I ain't never had one,
Man,
and I don't
The,
want
the,
one.
the
I
skit
got
was so
lucky, bro.
cool because I'm thinking he just doing his natural thing.
But-
Man, when they running that studio, man, and then she
Cold
ran
setup,
out with
cold
him, and he
time.
was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe they set me up like
What we
that."
got in the chat, Maxwell?
Crazy.
I don't, you know, I'm not.
You ain't.
Out of respect, I'm not gonna read that comment because that could be somebody's family. I don't know who family
Yeah, I
member that
know,
is, and I'm
yeah.
not gonna read that.
I do.
Sorry.
I do.
Frank says we live in a world where nice guys finish
Look, we
last,
looking
so
for that
most
comment.
young and some old still want the street guys. Elijah McKinney says facts. Mark Hill says I know a couple. There are some setup chicks
That's a
out
touchy
here.
subject.
Yeah, sorry.
No, I get it.
Ain't
I
no
get it.
shade, Yolanda. No shade, baby. But there are some setup chicks out here, and there's some chicks that's really down for the cause, and down to die, like Yolanda said.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Even-
That's all right, though, man.
That
Shit
comment
happens,
was a
man.
little
It
deep,
is what
man.
it
That
is.
was a
It
little
is
deep.
deep. It
All
just
right,
hit
so
home, though.
yeah, hit home like a motherfucker.
I mean,
So-
it is true. We see it on movies. You know, it's everywhere, and especially in Chicago. I don't know if y'all remember in Chicago when the girl and her baby was in the car, and I think somebody did get killed. The girl was lucky enough she was pregnant, but she
kids stay dying in
no,
Chicago.
the little boy
I
got
don't even
killed.
visit
Everybody.
Chicago.
No,
Yeah,
the
I'm
little
trying to
boy-
tell you.
The
My
little
sister lives
boy
in
and
Chicago.
the little boy and the guy got killed, but the girl was pregnant. She was able to get out and run in the house, but they caught him in the alley.
Yep, I
shot
know
the
you
car
talking
up.
about.
Yeah.
I know, it was on Live.
Chicago.
It was on Facebook Live
Yeah.
or some shit. Yeah, I
Yep.
remember that. I feel like we tapped that. Y'all tapped that because we
What they
gotta still
talking
talk about the felons. Or we can read the comments because.
Janice says people who live their lifestyle come in all genders and they all need to hold themselves accountable. Elijah says the
all
mom.
genders. Talk about all genders. Last
Hey.
time I checked, it's only two
No,
motherfucking genders.
no, it
Oh,
ain't.
no,
it
no.
ain't.
Yeah, you're right. It's like four now.
No, if you look at
Right.
the LBGCT.
Yeah,
See?
it's extra
Get
stuff.
the-
Yeah,
Nigga,
yeah,
if you don't stop playing, it's
And they
fucking
get
bad
down
over.
too, and some of them get down too.
Elijah.
They ain't all sensitive out there though.
Elijah says the moms be influencing their kids to get the dope boy. Yolanda says it's sad as fuck,
the
but
moms be raising the daughters to get the dope boy or get the
Yeah.
dude with the
Yeah.
money and
Yeah.
I don't seen that. I done seen that.
Yeah, I done seen it too.
Yeah, I could say my dad tried to keep me away from those type of men. I'll be honest, I dated a few.
For the fun, it was fun.
No, I was actually kind of naive. I was green and I didn't know what they did for a living in the beginning, but I was young and I was like, as long as, I was young and I had the mindset like, don't bring me around it. I don't want nothing to do with that shit,
Yeah.
But
one thing I benefited from with my pops was cool, but he was a square bear. He didn't do no drugs. He didn't hang around thugs.
That's a good thing.
I said that's all.
You said it like it was a burden on him or something.
No, not at all.
He wanted dad to be on the streets a little bit, had that OG tag on him.
No, that's what made my dad cool, and that's why I'm able to hang with him on Sundays because he's never been a thug, never been a hoodlum. So it's easy to he just giving me solid, good game on how to be a man.
Right.
He ain't never did no shady shit. His credit is good. He go to work. That's the type of energy you need around you. I don't know how I got on that. I was just saying when Elijah said that most women want their kids to be the dope boy or some shit like that.
All right, I get it.
Yeah, I'm like shit. My parents, my dad and my mom was a little thug. Don't get it twisted. Even with the fucking king.
Hey, you watch this show, you can see that. Boy,
My mom was a little thug,
on
man.
the T's and the J's.
Yeah. Shout out to the cocktails, T's and the J's.
No, my dad didn't play that. If I brought anybody home, the first thing my dad would ask them was where they worked at. He like, where you work? What you do for a living? Who your mama? Who your daddy?
That's topping into the topic we had about what can a man bring to the table. I don't know if that's the first thing you want to know about a man, is it?
My dad, I mean,
You just probably want to know if you just had a job.
Okay.
Basically.
Yeah.
Like, do you work?
Yeah.
Okay, I get it now. But I just thought immediately because this is
because immediately at the age I'm at right now, if a man tell me like, I'm in the streets, well, I'm not.
Okay, so do it matter where you work at, or do it
not where he work? As long as he got I dated a dude that worked at McDonald's.
Okay.
And I was making like $20-some an hour at that time. But will I do it again? No. Because he was ungrateful and he cheated with the bitch that worked at McDonald's.
Elijah said a lot of people don't have
With the
that.
ice cream
Hey,
machine.
Mark, I got a question for you.
Yep.
This is just because
The
what
one
Elijah-
time I got played.
This is just what Elijah said. I want to know. Elijah said a lot of people don't have dads. So do you have a father that give you game?
No.
Okay.
I never had a pop to give me game. Ever.
No shit.
That's why I made it a point to be there for my show.
Man, and
Right.
shout out to him. This dude is a dope ass dad. I see him outside playing with his son, and his son look just like him. Man, it's a spitting image. Shout out to Pops right here. So
it.
it's time for I don't know. I think we out of shit.
Man, you
That
amazing.
was all.
I'm sorry, Tim.
Hold on, they got jokes. Mark
Yeah,
Hill
that's
talking about they was McFucking. They definitely was.
Ice cream machine.
and they both was McWalking. So yeah.
We talking about
Frank
this at
said,
the moment.
"Damn."
We're talking about this at the moment. We're trying to understand, like, when you glorify a man being in the drug game or even being a gang member and you're attached to that, you don't realize the consequences that come behind your actions or behind your man actions, then you're failing yourself and your children. And like I said, even when I was listen,
Denise.
when I say I was in the streets, I was never no thug, but I definitely was a hustler, and I could have been murdered at any point in time, and I risked my family with that lifestyle, and I regret it every day. I regret it, but it did make me stronger, and it made me more aware of who I am as a person now. I'm scary as fuck now, but back then I was ready for it because I thought that's what came with it. Now I'm so scared of that activity, I don't even want to be around it, and it's just for the simple fact that I've seen so many people. If you watch all you gotta do is watch First 48 for a week.
Man, that's my show.
Why you gotta watch that?
Definitely.
Oh, God damn it.
Like LV said, he said, because me and LV used to have this conversation. And I'll never forget. He said, "There's motherfuckers that's dying for 3.5." You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I don't know if that's like I don't even know if that's the life for anybody, like man or woman. Like if you're not, listen, the only motherfucker that should be selling drugs is the motherfucker making at least $1,000 a day or some astronomical number. Well, I know people that do, but I'm saying like. Drug game ain't for everybody.
Even then, you still taking the same
game, thug game,
penitentiary
make
chances,
the
no
bigger-
matter
the
what
bigger
you
the risk.
selling.
The bigger
The more money you make, the bigger the risk.
Yeah.
Cause it's that one time when they come in to where they like shit.
Mark Hill said,
We
"My
gonna kill
daughter
this
know
nigga
not
for
to
this.
bring no
Yeah, that's
bullshit
what we-
around
that's what we
me."
need.
Because if you don't, we know he got enough
Yeah.
money to come back and
Yeah.
kill us. We
Yeah.
gotta kill
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
So the
Damn.
game is just destroyed. You can't.
I never
I'm
thought about
scared
that,
to
but
touch
that's
this.
It's
true.
over. It's over.
Yeah.
It's OV. It's over.
Rap.
Yolanda said
Right.
$1 million or more. Well,
A millionaire ain't nobody in Omaha making a million or more on this.
I don't know where Yolanda. Where you from? Goddammit.
Yolanda got big plans.
Which
That's all.
kingpins you done dealt with?
You
Because
from Cali. You've been watching too much
not in
Snowfall
Omaha,
around this
they not
motherfucker,
making no
goddamn.
million. It's
See,
about
And another
3.5.
thing about that
They
too,
they
like
push
people
no.
getting killed for 3.5s. Like if you watch First 48, like Tulsa and Alabama,
Them
they ain't got no money down there,
They
man.
dying
Yeah.
for nothing.
So, yeah, they dying
They'll
for
get you.
nothing.
Yeah.
They coming to get
Yeah.
you for
She's from
$200.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, right.
I'm from Oklahoma. They'll lay your ass down. Sad,
I
but
want to touch on this for at least 15
Hold on.
minutes, TV.
Yolanda
Hold on,
said shit next one.
Go ahead.
Janice, for your question, Marcus said yes. Now I want to know where you was coming from that when you asked.
What question she
was
had?
he raised by a single mother? Did you want to know if that had something to do with him becoming a businessman or what?
I think
No,
she
I
was
think
going
that-
off of Elijah's comment when he said most people don't have dads.
Listen, no, I don't want to do my sister like this. And my sister is very touchy when it comes to this fucking woman shit.
You know
so,
it.
So I'm telling you, I don't know what it is with my sister. She just so adamant on feeling we are equal in every way. So she was actually sizing
Not.
Mark. Yeah, agree. She was actually. I could tell you what her question was.
Oh, that's what's
Right,
she
right.
was lining him
that's
up.
it.
She was lining him up for the
Johnson.
a woman can raise a black man by himself.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I said, I wanted to hear it. Fuck it, I wanted to hear it.
Sissy.
No,
we
she
stayed away.
said she was just saying that his mother did an awesome job.
Oh, okay.
Okay, all right,
Okay.
all right.
I want
DC,
to tell my
we
mom
know
thank
you.
you.
You're a top fan. we know.
Leland
Yeah,
said
what?
most motherfucking dads sold dope.
Hey, shit.
Real.
Yeah.
Not that. We
Or
can't
she said,
not
or
that.
smoke.
Or smoke.
Damn.
right?
True.
Frank,
True again.
damn, Frank Hinton said, I thank God daily that my mind has matured. Fatherhood is my only focus now, but the streets did have a part in making me the man I am today, and
There
I'm
it is.
thankful.
Salute, homie. That's
Definitely.
He was a good dad.
Yeah.
Likewise.
Not everybody
Salute,
is
Frank.
fortunate enough to grow up with their father. Some grow up without a mama or a daddy. Some, grow up in foster
Right,
care and they
right.
still beat the odds. So
Yeah,
it can be
yeah,
done.
It can definitely be done. I agree.
We got another topic that I want at least 10 minutes with this
Okay,
topic
let's
because
do
it. Okay.
I know you could probably give people some game on this because you know about it. And I know about it too because I want to explain myself. So basically they're supposed to be exposing felonies that's after, I think it says those with 2 felonies and a 5-year clean record is eligible. So basically these
in the
are,
game, man.
huh?
I'm in the game, man. What's up?
Yeah. So, and it says same for misdemeanors and any many traffic offenses. To be honest with you, I can't remember the last time I got in trouble. I take that back because I went to jail about a year and a half ago when the motherfucking police ran up in the crib. But anyway, besides that, I feel like I'm about to.
You see Yolanda?
What's good?
What she say?
She said expunging, man.
Oh,
God, man. Stop
expunging.
mispronouncing all the damn words. They don't know what the hell you talking
No,
about.
what this says expungement.
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 Yeah,
If you
Expunged.
you thought.
put it back up.
Shout out to the smartest dumb people. Shout out to the smartest dumb people. No,
Okay,
listen.
so the law is supposed to take effect April 11th. It no longer oh, it went away. Never mind.
No,
It's right there. He got
And
it.
this supposed to be nationwide.
This
Oh,
was
it did go away that quick.
Oh, it's fine. Oh, you was reading
No
it from
longer
this.
restricting people that only have 1 felony for a lifetime. If
Right.
you got 2 to 3 felonies, then it all you need is a 5-year clear record
Not
Oh,
getting
wow.
for
in
you
any
to
trouble.
get in no
I've
trouble
been in
in
trouble
5
for
years.
a long time.
Well-
And it goes for misdemeanors and traffic tickets
Thank
over the
you.
years.
So
Thanks.
I feel like we need to touch on this topic because I'm a huge fan of trying to get this shit changed. And listen, this is a true story. I'm not even a felon. The point that I'm trying to make is I wanted to start a group. I wanted to start an organization that would, and I've had conversations with plenty of my friends about this. I wanted to start an organization, a nonprofit organization that would help peoples with felonies get jobs tailored to what they have a felony for. For example, why not hire somebody that robbed a bank as a security? to teach like the bank tellers and what they should do in situation. Like there's so many. Yes, there's so many.
It's a slippery slope.
Sounds like an inside job to me.
No, but listen.
That bank ever get hit, he going to jail.
Right.
For setting the whole thing up.
That's an inside job.
Put us on. He don't want that.
No,
you don't want to talk us into this.
No, you know what? You know what? A lot. Now I'm about to break down this felony thing that I'm speaking on. A lot of people talents or illegal talents shouldn't be frowned upon for being caught, but we can change their life by doing something positive. Tory, for example,
You want to tell them all the secrets.
No,
you want to give them all the secrets.
But I sound like
No,
hypothetically speaking, a motherfucker that hustle, right, and get caught and go to jail. He can't even get a job being a salesman. Why the fuck not?
See,
I sold drugs my whole life.
Right.
So that was my point of, like, I was trying to create, I wanted to start this nonprofit organization to give felons jobs tailored to what they went to jail for. And granted, should a bank robber go be a security guard at a bank? No. But
Yolanda's got a point.
What's she say?
Yolanda said white collar criminals get hired by the FBI and CIA all the fucking
That's probably
time.
where you should go.
They do like hackers. I mean,
they gonna get them jobs.
Yeah, they definitely do.
They gonna give you a job.
All
You good at hacking,
Yeah.
they get
All
catch
day.
you. You getting a job, you ain't going to jail,
All
buddy.
day. I
Leland
promise.
said men and women can change their genders, but people can't change their life. The system fucked up.
You right about
Tap
that.
Frank
Barry
says real
laughing at
shit.
you.
Barry said, man, he said the robber teach the bank how to run.
You know what I mean? Literally.
Yeah, but like I said, I want to go back to the bank thing. So I'm telling you, it would work if, like they said, like Yolanda said, they hire white collar criminals after they commit their crime.
Yeah,
they come
and put 'em
and then they put them on. All I'm saying is that why not put a motherfucker that did everything right, but his girlfriend called the police when he got home with the bag? No, teach us how to not let this happen again. As a matter of fact, you're head of security. And like you said, could they run into a person that could do an inside job? But damn, everybody deserves a second chance in life, regardless of what it is. So if we created an
I
organization,
think it depends on the crime to me.
Yeah, because
I know that's right, Mark. Yeah. I think you're giving away too many secrets.
It depends on the crime.
It's still a struggle
Because
out
some
there.
people just who they are.
yeah, some people
I ain't
ain't
knocking
gonna change.
nobody hustle.
Well-
But I do like the expungement though.
Yeah.
Because this
The
is what it really
opportunity
comes down
to-
to. It comes down
For
to
people
that
to earn
these
it back.
opportunities are being taken from people because people are able to
make one mistake.
they're able to judge you on your past record and not
Yes.
give you a chance to be
Yes.
that person that changes.
Good point.
So when you didn't know you didn't change, but then they looking at your record, they looking at you, and they just, I don't know. I know that you was doing this shit just 5 years ago.
Right.
5 years is a long time for a
Yeah,
person
yeah.
to change. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Literally. So I think that the expungement is great. You know what I mean? Even for misdemeanors, because it ain't got to be a felony. Like they can look on your shit for misdemeanors, say, oh, okay, this motherfucker likes smoking weed, or traffic tickets. This motherfucker ain't gonna be able to make it to work because he always
Man,
doing some illegal
Leland,
shit, so-
yeah.
Yeah,
Leland
I
said,
think
I don't
so.
want no.
let me-
That take effect April 11th.
Yeah, we all gonna be down there. I'll be down there ASAP.
Leland said, I don't want no pedophile watching kids. So that's what I meant. Like, it depends on the crime.
Well, I knew.
Yeah.
This is the brilliant mind
Right.
of Leland.
There it is.
Only he could come
They
on
gonna
some
bend
shit
it-
like
they gonna go to that
that.
extreme,
Only,
right.
only he could come on some shit like that.
But it's
'Cause I would-
real, though.
I would never
It's real,
ask
though.
a pedophile to work
Right.
in the daycare.
You're
But
not-
I get you.
Right.
But after they see you doing that, they might try to come up with
Yeah.
that great
Because
idea,
they
so.
ain't coming off
But,
that
but
registry.
let's speak on
Right.
let's speak on
Damn
change
right.
then with the expungement or whatever.
Expungement.
Expungement. Oh,
So let's speak on change though. And the reason why I'm saying that people can change, I'm telling y'all, I really had a fucked up mentality as a young man.
Right.
And I didn't give a fuck about nobody but myself, and I didn't care how I moved. I just did. But the older I got, the more I cared about. Like hell, even when me and TV get into it, we call and talk. But the one argument me and TV got into, I knew he was gonna call me the next day and apologize because I know this man has changed. The old young people that we were, everybody been like, fuck y'all.
About 20 years ago,
You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck y'all. But I know he's matured. I know I
Might have
matured,
went
and we learn how to grow as men and say, hey man, I was wrong. I shouldn't have did this. Hey man, I
Right.
shouldn't have said that. And then we go from there. But that's what changes. And I'm saying like a felony is the definition of
I made a mistake.
no, a felony is the definition of holding a person accountable forever. Like they can't
Literally,
change that.
yeah.
They can't
Right.
change that, and that's not fair. Just because I went to jail for stealing
Right.
in 2001, and got a felony don't mean I think that way in 2021.
Right.
I
Right.
agree, because when people, come home from jail and they're now a felon, you can't get no type of public housing. You excluded from that. You can't get a grant.
Right.
You can't
Right.
get any type
Right.
of financial aid. You get excluded from that.
Yep.
So you definitely should, have a second chance at life, especially if you are given the opportunity to,
Leland said
change.
you and him was about to jump me. He stood.
What up, buddy?
Leland said you and him was about to jump me. He said we was about to jump me.
Yolanda says, oh yeah,
Silly.
and then also with the jobs, you got to deal with not being able to get a job because you're a felon, let alone, and then not getting housing, not getting grants for school. So it's like
No.
you're set up for failure.
wish they
Don't
would
get
get
me
rid-
started on it, because it's all just a pipeline for
Yeah.
them to keep a slave. When you're a felon, you're a slave. That's how they
view
kept
you.
slavery
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
By saying if you're a felon. So if they can keep you to where you can't get no job, and you got to
Right.
go back to crime.
That's
they
part
know-
of Jim
they
Crow
gonna
law,
see you
right?
again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
They
a
gonna
part
see
of
you
Jim
again.
Crow law, though, right? That's what the book Jim Crow is about.
No, they ain't got nothing to do with Jim Crow. They got to do with the goddamn, pretty much the 14th Amendment, and them basically saying you got to be you're a felon. If you're a felon, then it's so when they got done with Jim Crow was coming around where
They was
it
getting,
really didn't have Jim Crow had a lot to do with a lot of shit. But what I'm saying is this here. In the laws after the 14th Amendment, that you as a corporate citizen, the way that they went and said, okay, the Emancipation Proclamation, there's no more slavery. Then they snuck it back in there after the 14th Amendment and said, if you a felon,
Okay.
Yeah.
then
I read
they
that.
can do what the hell they want to do with you in
Okay.
jail. Now, we don't see that up here in Nebraska, but when you down in Mississippi and Arkansas, Alabama and shit like
They
that,
still
you go to
got
jail,
chain
you in a
gangs,
chain
bro.
gang,
They
period.
still got chain gangs.
That's real slavery.
Frank says, hell, our skin color alone gets us blocked from a lot of opportunities, yet we still manage to make something out of ourselves. So I really don't see them passing that law through when them felonies will keep us out keep us out there, world in the system eyes.
Shout out to Stephen Abram, by the way.
Hey,
Leland said,
hold on. I mean, I just heard that. I know he came on here and said he changed the law, but I heard that wasn't all the way correct, so I ain't gonna even keep putting that out there like that. But anyway, I hear what you're saying, Leland, though. But I heard something different, so I don't think we
Okay,
should put
Leland,
that out
yeah,
there
that's
like
fine.
that.
Yolanda says, me 20 years ago, too raw for TV. You have to evolve with age. because
Yolanda
you have
was a
more to-
bulldog 20 years ago, by the way. I just want to say that.
She a
I told her
Pisces, I don't doubt it.
Like, Yolanda fight a grown-ass man 20 years ago like it was nothing. So, I'm going to leave that alone. She was definitely aggressive when she was young. Where we at? Stella. Shout out to Stella. Stella, did you get your
Stella in the
merchandise?
house?
Oh, she's actually in Vegas having a
Stella
good time.
said, watch the
Salute
show
to
on
Stella.
Netflix with Will Smith. What is
It's
it
about
called?
the
Yeah, Leland, we gotta
shit
hold
like
off
that.
of it, man.
It's
He
a
might have
show about the
threw us
Constitution.
some bullshit.
If you know what it's called, Stella, can you put it on here?
it's-
I would like
know
to
what she
check it
talking
out.
about. She talking about that movie, that documentary about the amendments and the laws with Will Smith and a bunch of other actors. They reading off and they explaining what the laws mean. And
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Read off Jesse.
Jesse
And who
says,
doing it?
I've evolved and I've been a nurse for 15 years and I still have to explain my misdemeanor charges from
That's
20
terrible.
years ago.
Exactly.
That's so
Period.
terrible. That's
Period.
terrible.
That's
Yeah.
terrible right there.
Yeah.
See,
Been
and
expunged.
some fields they don't go all the way back lifetime. They'll go
Right.
back 7 years, 3
Right.
years. But as a nurse field, I can see them going all the way back.
Brandy said
You
it's called
18.
amend.
Right.
Well,
Joe Blow said black folk need to learn how to evolve.
What that got to do? What we do?
Huh?
What we do to not evolve?
That was a
know where
little
he
off
going.
right there.
Yeah, I don't know where you're going with that one, bro.
Man, don't get me wrong. I understand exactly.
I mean, there's some people that's just gonna be
exactly where
robbing
they
and
coming
killing.
from, but
That's just
shit,
it.
Because the opportunity.
It's white people that's gonna be robbing and killing
It's
too.
more-
So it's not
yeah,
just
it's
black
right.
people
It's more white
that hasn't
people
evolved.
that's doing the robbing and killing.
Yeah.
We just get the media. The black
Yeah,
folks get
right.
the media.
Yeah.
But it's way more
Right.
white people doing the
Speaking
robbing
of
and
that,
killing.
who was it that stole the cop car? Does anybody know?
When was this?
This was
No,
like
we were supposed to touch on.
I'm 60 something in Round Maple.
We were supposed to touch on
I
Stimmy.
did see that on
Well,
the news.
y'all want to touch on Stimmy?
And it was naked. It was
Or
a
y'all
Mexican.
want to
Oh,
say
we
Freestyle
can.
Friday? No, I'm talking
We
about
can do it.
It was a Mexican.
Was it?
Yeah, naked Mexican.
Murder.
Oh shit.
That's what we're supposed to talk about. That's what I was. No,
So
we
we-
gotta wait. We gotta wait on that.
okay.
We gotta wait
All
on
right.
that.
Say that for Freestyle
Yeah,
Friday.
we'll say-
We'll
we'll
talk
say.
about that.
Okay. Leland said I don't want a motherfucker kicking ass watching old people. What? What?
Explain, bro. You lost us on that one.
Leland, what you talking about?
That's why you need to. That's why when you hear, you articulate it. When you your text, bro, I tell you that when you text me, I don't know what the fuck you be talking about sometimes via text, because he just be coming up with shit. That nigga text me, you just never know. These motherfucking hoes ain't shit. I'm like, what happened to where this text came out?
I don't want a motherfucker kicking ass watching old people. I said, me.
What? What happened, Leland?
I don't know where that came from.
I need a goddamn drink.
Barry says sometimes you can be condemned for charges that you wasn't even convicted of too.
Yeah,
Just being charged can count you out.
You damn right.
True.
That's definitely true.
Yeah, I done seen that.
Yep.
I had a pending charge before, and the charge ended up getting dismissed.
It
I
ain't
got
that
a
much anyway.
job
We got person going
because they
for
said
it.
I had a pending damn charge.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Bring it up.
The best advice that I can give on that is to go down to the county.
We do.
The best advice I can give on that, Barry, for anybody that have anybody that got charged with something and it hasn't been removed, go down to the city prosecutor's office and
That's
see if
true.
it can be removed.
That's
You
true.
can start there.
There it is.
Cause you can get that dismissed charge off your record a lot
Yeah.
easier than getting the expungement.
Just a couple more. Go ahead and read them off. We only got a couple.
Okay. Yolanda says people charged with assault shouldn't be working in old folks' homes. That's true. They not supposed to be. So.
Yeah, they not supposed to be in
Joe Blow says, what I mean by evolve is open their mind up to new possibilities, and then maybe you'll see new avenues and new opportunities as a way out instead of crime. That's all I'm saying. Brandy says, as a nurse, you can't do shit. I allegedly hung up the phone when my niece and brother was into it. I had to face the board. I went to court and everything and got it dropped. Said it was interfering with an emergency call. I was like, what? Now, how in the hell will that harm my patients? Randall Watson said it's hard out here. If you're a black felon, a critical examination of black male reentry.
Hey, like Brandy said, they can lose that nursing license in a heartbeat.
I know.
It's so quick.
Yeah.
Read Leland's though, what he just said, because it's the same, pretty much the same.
I don't know. I
He
can't.
said
It said-
motherfucker catching DVs and getting
their
their CNA.
Right.
So basically, he's
So
saying
I
that there's
understand.
people that's getting domestic violence charges.
Why can't
and
I
still
see
been
that?
able to
I don't
just
see
It was
scroll
up.
up. What's up?
It was up
Oh.
a little bit.
Oh.
I think we good. You
Yeah.
think we good?
We got about
I think
30
we did a
seconds
hell of a
left.
show. Yeah, we got
All right.
no second. Technically, you want to give a health tip before we get up out of here? Or
I
you wanna
have
save
no
it
health tips
for
today.
Freestyle Friday.
I've been
I have
listening
no
to
health tips.
all your stuff, bro. I got everything. All the
Hey,
CMOS, I got
This
everything.
is the
What's
smartest dumb people.
You look
Marcus
like
Spivey.
You looking like skinny.
Appreciate
Look
it.
good,
Thanks for
man.
having
Marcus
me.
Spivey, the guest, my dog.
Man, salute to
TV,
my bro,
Mr.
man.
Shabazz
Appreciate
back. Maxwell, can't leave me hanging. This is the smartest dumb people. Anthony, that dude Johnson. Check us out on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. We'll see y'all Friday for Freestyle Friday. Y'all have a great night.
Salute, love y'all.